AITAH for telling my mother I won't buy her a house with my legal settlement money. I told my mother today that no, I won't buy her a house if I am successful at winning my legal case for an injury that has left me chronically ill, disabled, and unable to work for years. For some context, my mother had never been a great parental figure. Reddit won't allow me to say what we endured as children, but just think of every type of the worst things that can happen in childhood and you'll have a good idea. She was also completely unable to show any sort of love or attention. I had a baby very young, 16, without help. I tried to live at home after my daughter was born, while still continuing with school, but as a single 16-year-old mother, the only guidance I got from my mom was her pounding on the bedroom wall and screaming, "Shut that fan baby up," anytime my daughter cried. I quickly moved interstate and start my own life. I was determined to be a good mom and provide for my daughter. I got a job in a legal office and over the years worked my way up until I was earning in the six figures. As a single working mom of two, I never received any support from my mother or family. Nobody ever babysat my children or helped out financially if I was in a bind. I always have done everything completely on my own. I know never to even bother asking my mother for anything, as the answer has always been no. I went through about 7 years of no contact with my mother before letting her back in, but with strict boundaries. Going on 3 years ago, I got severely ill due to an injury. I've been hospitalized countless times. Every area of my life has been impacted. I'm in a wheelchair when I leave the house, can't work, have no social life. I'm mostly bedbound and in chronic pain. This is very likely permanent. We have started the legal process, and just this morning I sent my mother a post showing that the law firm we are engaging just secured a large settlement for someone who is injured in the same way. We have no idea if this person is terminal or paralyzed or how severe they are to have achieved this payout. Nevertheless, it filled me with the hope that maybe we could be successful, and perhaps in the future I won't have to stress constantly about not being able to afford all of my never-ending medical fees. Imagine a life where I can have support carers helping me with daily tasks to take some of the load off my husband, where I could afford a new and better wheelchair, where I can opt into promising but very expensive treatment. Mom immediately called me, and the first words out of her mouth were, "Well, you're going to buy me a house, aren't you?" Keep in mind, we don't even own a home yet and are in a lot of debt for medical costs. I just replied with, "No, I'm not." Truthfully, I was in shock at the audacity of this. Instead of thinking about how this could help me after all I've been through, her first thought was how it could help her. I told her I had to go, as I could tell she was upset. AITAH